Pretty scary situations with intense wind, heavy rain, as we've been monitoring live looks all morning long here on the valley today. Now, they're expecting more than 1.5 feet of rain in some areas and up to a 6-foot high storm surge. An education campaign aimed at persuading North Dakotans to wear masks and practice social distancing still has not started. More than a month after a $1.8 million federal coronavirus aid package was approved for the effort. The campaign had been set to start on Monday.
The health department spokeswoman says 3 of the 10 private firms that submitted bids for education efforts had equal proposals under the state scoring system, and that has now delayed the effort for at least one more week. 3 high school athletes in Minnesota and their parents are suing the State High School League for alleged violations of the league's bylaws. The action comes after fall football and volleyball were moved to spring due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
The suit claims schools do not need to follow the schedule switch since the league didn't follow its own rules of who has the authority to make changes. The high school league has not commented. A hearing in the case is scheduled for Friday. It's, of course, about that time to start talking about our annual flu shot. A lot of talk as well about the COVID-19 vaccine, not ready yet, but of course we are hearing that the flu vaccine for the fall and spring is available earlier than normal. And Sanford Health is providing several new options to make it easier to get your flu shot.
And they're saying this year it's especially important so you don't worry about having to fight COVID-19 and the influenza maybe at the same time. So the Valley Today's Brian Sherrod, he joins us live this morning with more on just how easy it is to get that flu shot and stay safe. Good morning, Brian.
And good morning, Jordan, Lisa. Not only talking about it, I'm also going to be getting one as well. And of course, Melanie Cronk is going to show us the demonstration of how we're going to be doing this flu shot so you guys can learn a little bit more of what it's going to be like on Saturday. Of course, thanks for being here with me today. And, what should we be preparing for when it comes to this shot?
So for the flu shot, it doesn't hurt very much. But with everything, there's always a little bit of pain of, sometimes you have pain with injections. But right. If you've had one in the past, it's very similar to what other injections that you've had.
Okay, sounds good. Awesome. Okay, so I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, so I'm going to have you just relax your arm
That's my arm.
Yep, relax.
There we go. Oh, cool.
Yep, all right. Ready?
So relax.
1, 2, 3.
Super simple. I don't even feel it.
Good. All right, that's it.
Literally that simple.
Band-Aid on you, and you are set for the flu season.
Oh, it's a pretty color, too.
Yeah, I'll have you hold your shirt up.
Hold my shirt?
Yep, thanks.
Very pretty color.
There we go.
Perfect.
You are all set.
Thank you. So, of course, we're going to be going live even more this morning, let you guys know more about it. But like you just saw, it's pretty simple, and I didn't feel a thing. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Brian. And I know Brian did post some more information on the flu vaccines and when you can get them on our website, valleynewslive.com. You can also find that on our VNL News app.
And you don't have to live in Fargo just to get this flu blitz. Of course, if you live in other areas as well, just contact your family doctor and get signed up as soon as possible. It is now 6:52 on our Wednesday morning. Let's get a check of that forecast here, and it's going to be another hazy day. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Some big changes here in the valley. We're looking at wind coming in out of the northwest, our pattern shifting a little bit. So yes, we are going to have some of that wildfire smoke, but it won't be as intense as it's been. We are looking at our First Alert Skycam network here in Fargo. Visibility looking a lot better as far as seeing that blue sky. The sun will be up in about 10-15 minutes or so here, and we will be able to actually see it rise, I think, here this morning. We had to wait an hour because that sun, when it's low on the horizon, it has to shine through more of the atmosphere. And when you've got all that smoke, you can't see it. So that took a while yesterday. You can see there are some clouds whirling their way through here this morning too. So temperatures right now, 40s to some 50s, 52 degrees in Fargo, 51 in Grand Forks, 46 in Langdon and in Valley City, and it's 54 in Detroit Lakes and in Fergus Falls here. So this morning temperatures aren't too cold just yet, but that cooler air, we're getting another shot of it moving in with the cold front, and winds will pick up with that too. We've got some gusts right now into the teens up north. We may see some of those pick up into the 20s. So your radar and satellite map looking quiet. There are some passing clouds as we just saw, but there are lots of areas where we've got clear skies, and that will continue. A checkup on Hurricane Sally. We have 105 mile per hour max sustained sustained winds. Again, a Category 2 storm that's already made landfall in Gulf Shores, and we are going to watch that again slowly move to the northeast. Looks like we've got a radar issue for part of that storm here right now, so maybe hopefully the radar site's doing okay, but those winds are intense. Here's a look at our forecast. Pretty quiet. We'll start off this morning with some 50s. We'll end the day out at the bus stop with some 50s to about 60 degrees. So warming 5 to 10 degrees today, and that's all, with some mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies here. And again, there will be a little bit of wildfire smoke, but it's not going to be like yesterday. I'm hoping we'll get to see more blue sky rather than that milky sky and that strange looking sunshine. Here's a look at our alerts coming up for tonight. Again, that colder air pushing in, and so we've got a freezing night overnight for some of us. A freeze warning in effect for Baudette and Roseau and down to Bemidji, Thief River Falls in that, and a frost advisory for Grand Forks and Detroit Lakes. And all of us are going to be chilly, so I would protect your plants tonight. We've got cooler air lasting through the rest of the week.
Thank you, Lisa. Clay County Sheriff Mark Empting says it would be a manpower nightmare. He's talking about the possibility of a judge moving the George Floyd murder trial out of Minneapolis and into a different county.
An attorney representing one of the former police officers charged in connection to Floyd's death has mentioned Clay and Stearns counties as possible locations to hold that trial. Sheriff Empting says while he has not received any information about a venue change, the possibility concerns him. He says, as you can see right there, Robert Asp Elementary, it's right across the street from the Clay County Courthouse, and the kids and staff there could be negatively impacted by the journalists and the protesters that would be drawn to it. Valley News Live is planning to pursue criminal charges against a man after he smashed the front windshield out of one of our vehicles. Now, he was arrested late yesterday afternoon in North Moorhead.
The incident happened just a few minutes before 4 in the afternoon along the intersection of 2nd Avenue and 28th Street North. Our reporter, Joshua Pagero, was actually preparing for a live report on the news when he says the man made several statements about the media. Pagero says the man then grabbed an object from a nearby parked vehicle and smashed our windshield. A North Dakota teenager is dead after a rollover in Stark County. It happened Monday night west of Dickinson. 15-year-old Liz Fadness of Dickinson was killed when her car left the road and rolled into a ditch.
A teenager was hurt after a head-on crash in Todd County, Minnesota last night. The State Patrol says a 17-year-old driver was hurt when the pickup coming the other direction hit him while he was trying to pass someone on Highway 71. The victim does not have serious injuries. The driver of the other pickup was not hurt. Police think a helmet saved a motorcycle rider from serious injuries after a crash in Grand Forks.
Witnesses told police that the guy was speeding on South Washington right around 9 last night when he hit a curb and lost control of his bike. The driver is expected to recover, but authorities say the motorcycle is totaled. Bars in Grand Forks are going back to their pre-COVID closing hours starting later this morning. The mayor signed an emergency order that states now that he is rescinding a previous order regarding liquor license holders having to close at 11 p.m. The new order goes into effect at 8 a.m.
Mayor Bachensky says that the city has seen a consistent downward trend with case numbers in the past 2 weeks, and the executive order was always intended to be temporary. He says he strongly encourages local bars and restaurants to adhere to the 50% capacity guideline from the state of North Dakota. One Fargo mom is warning drivers to watch out for the school bus after someone flew past one that was stopped while dropping off her kids after school. Becky Lavoie lives on 1st Street and 13th Avenue North in Fargo and says a Jeep Renegade came close to hitting her daughter and another classmate.
My mind was just, oh my God, where is my daughter?
The girls did get off the bus, but they had not crossed the street yet. Police say if you don't stop for a school bus when it has its lights on and armed down, it could cost you $100. A Moorhead City Council member wants to see more restrictions on payday loans. Heidi Duran proposed an ordinance that would protect people from payday loan traps, or when someone is unable to dig themselves out of the loan and ends up in continued debt due to extremely high interest rates.
The ordinance would restrict the loan businesses by capping interest rates at 33% and limiting the number of loans that someone can take to 2 per year. Duran says this is more important than ever as people are experiencing financial hardships during this pandemic. This is a beautiful time of the year, and you'll be able to easily track all of those fall color changes starting tomorrow. The Minnesota DNR is starting up its Fall Color Finder.
It's one of my favorite times of the year when you do see the colors start changing, even though it's hard to leave summer behind. You can find a link on our website, valleynewslive.com. Easy to track then which state parks and which portions of Minnesota have the best colors. Now, this map includes color-coded areas that show the approximate percentage of leaves that have started to change color.
Let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Here is today's question. 1 in 10 of us say that we have never drank this.
Well, this is sad. And now I want to drink a margarita. Although when you think about the numbers, that means, 9 out of 10 people have had a margarita.
Have had a margarita, yeah. I think
chips and salsa
I think it sounds like a good
margarita.
time. If you want to try it out for your first time, give us a call. We'll try it with you.
Exactly. The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. More live, up-to-the-minute news and weather for you right now on the Fargo CW.